Okay, I'm going to be seaming up 2 pieces of Connecticut, and I'm going to use the procedure that's going to give me the best possible seam in this product that can be done. Now, there's some tools that you're going to require. Simple tools, my cutting board, a top cutter, a row finder, and then the seaming iron and tape. Okay, I'm going to start out by putting my cutting board underneath, upside down with the hard board facing, and I'm going to trace a row with my board underneath. And by using this top cutter and finding the proper angle, it goes through quite well. There's some entanglement that's going to occur. Okay, I've got my roll through. Now I'll back up and I turn my cutting board to the carpet side, and it doesn't hurt just to run the row finder through again to open it up. Now I take my top cutter, and the top cutter I'm using is the one with the 2 blades that are separated by the body. That gives me a closer cut to the piece that I'm going to be keeping. So I put my tool into the groove that I made. I cut it. I move my seaming board ahead, or my cutting board ahead, and carry on. Now, on the job site, you'd probably be further off constructing a longer board than this one here. This is just for demo purposes. Okay, I've got my edge cut. My material's cut nice and net to this side here. Now, I'm going to do the same to this side here. Okay, now I put the tape underneath here, and that's just a barrier to protect the hot melt glue from hitting the wax or hitting the underpad. And the tip I'm using is a hot melt glue tip, and it's one designed that the excess material will flow down onto the backing or to the floor rather than into the pile. So now that seam has been sealed. There's glue on the edge of that seam. Now, I'll just move my tape over here, or there's another procedure I can use. I can use my board. There's a number of ways you can do this. You can lift it up a ½ inch and go that way. And then so you use the tape method, or you can use a board underneath, but in either case, it can't be directly on top of the pad. Okay, now that the sealing is done, it's time to construct the seam. All right, instead of doing it directly over the underpad, I use seaming boards. And the seaming boards, just a 1/8 inch masonite, it's approximately 8 inches wide. They can be wider, and all depending on with the tape that you use. Center them. I'm going to bring this carpet over now. All right, I'm going to have a slight overlap on this edge, maybe about a 1/4 inch. On this edge here, a bit. All right. I've got my carpet positioned for seaming. Now here are the tools I'm going to use to join the carpet. The hot melt iron, It's set at 4, between 3 and 4. A seaming weight. Now, a seaming weight should be one that has weight on it. It allows the carpet to cool, and it allows it to breathe. And I find that this weight, in my experience, is the best one I've come across. You can use anything that's on the market right now, but the seam should be weighted down. I've got these awls or picks that can come in handy sometimes, and I'll show you how they're used as I'm going along. Basically, I can do it right now. If you don't want your carpet to move, they're into the seaming board, and it prevents the carpet from moving. So if I have to match it up or some way, instead of putting a nail in it, I can use these. All right. Now I'll put my seaming iron underneath it. Let it heat up. Bring my tray at the end here. Get my seaming weight ready. I get it started here. Okay, right now I have a gap in there. I can pull it together. Okay. Once you see a peak like that, you know the backing's together. And then you can roll it down. If I see a peak like this, I know my backing's together, it's tight. Okay, one thing an installer does do a lot of times, which isn't a mistake, he goes all the way to the back of his iron like this. What this does, there's so much heat back there that it distorts the backing and actually melts the back and gives you a little bump in the carpet. I'll just show you what I mean. With the seaming weight, it'll take it out. See the bump I got here? I'll roll it flat now. And the seaming weight will take care of that. But don't work too close behind the iron. Stay about an inch to an inch and a half back, and you'll be safe. Again, I'm moving the carpet until I have a bit of a peak. This ensures me that it's tight.